after here, after I had my so after I had my breakfast, I started my English courses at 11 a.m. yesterday. So this is simple past and this is past perfect because it had happened before this action. Let's give it time to be more clear, to be more specific. Let's say after I had my breakfast at 9:30. So after I had my breakfast at 9:30, I started my English class at 11 a.m. yesterday. So this is the first action and this is the second action. In other words, this is the far past and this is the near past to the present. Okay? Let's have a look at this picture. So as you can see here, this is an airport. This is a plane. So the plane was taking off at the same time they arrived. The people in the car, they arrived at the same time of the taking off of the plane, which here both actions happened in the past. There is no one before the other. But let's have another look here. So the plane had taken off, then the people arrived. So when they arrived at the airport, means the people, the plane had already taken off. So the plane had left before these people arrived, which means that the first action is the taking off of the plane and the second action actually is the arrival of the people with the car. Okay, so here we have, to make it for more clarification. So here we have two men in the forest, and I would like the students to keep their attentions on the clouds of the sky. So, and we're going to use verb clear, the sky clear, in the man with verb go. Let's see. So, they left the forest, the two men left the forest, immediately the sky cleared. Both actions are in the same time. Both of them are in simple past. So, but the correct sentence, for example, is as soon as they had left the forest, the sky cleared. So, immediately after these two men had left the forest, the sky cleared. Okay, this is a boy in his room. The first action is that he locked the door first, or he had locked the door. Then he went to bed. Verb go is an irregular verb, as you know. So I locked all the doors, then I went to bed. The first action is locking the door. The second action is going to bed. So after I had the first action, I had locked all the doors, I went to bed, which should be in simple past. So I lost my cell phone. I didn't phone my friend. The loss of the phone is the first action. I didn't phone for help, or I didn't phone my friend because I had lost my phone. So this is past perfect because losing the phone was the first action. So Ali repaired his car, then he went fishing. So Ali, we have verb repair his car, he go fishing. So verb repair, both verbs here are in the infinitive. But we have to figure out which action happened first or had happened first based on a logical perspective. So here, repair, to repair the car, then go fishing. So Ali, this is the first action, had repaired. So past participle, his car. Then he, verb go is an irregular verb, went fishing. So this is the first action. This is the next action. So the far past, the near past. So he went fishing. So here we have Ali had repaired his car before he went fishing. Before he went fishing. So we have keyword before. Or, so the first one was Ali repaired his car before he went fishing. Or, before Ali went fishing, he had repaired his car. So here we're trying always to keep the past perfect as the first action of verb repair. Here, if we're going to use after, so after Ali had repaired his car, then he went fishing. Another keyword is after. So, the keywords of this tense, which is past perfect, are before and after. So, if you are going to use before or after, here, of course, you have before. Similar to before, we have by the time, or sometimes you can use when. So if you are using these conjunctions or adverbials of time or time phrases, the verb that comes before, between parentheses, should be past in past perfect, which is had plus past participle. This is past perfect. So had plus past participle. The verb that comes after should be, of course, in simple past. It's verb plus ed in case of regular verb, and irregular verbs are all over the net or in your textbooks. Similar to after, you have as soon as, or sometimes because, of course, in certain cases. Here, as long as before is the opposite of after, automatically here we will be having after plus past perfect. In here it should be plus simple past. So please, those are the key words of this of past perfect. And I'm going to have a concrete example here. So here, for example, we have the students have verb revise for their, or let's have revise their lessons before they take the exams. So the students revise their lessons before they take the exams. So what you're supposed to do, in case you don't understand the context, if you understand the context of the sentence, that's perfect. In case you do not understand the context, you just look for the keywords that exists in this sentence. So here, the first keyword that I have in this sentence is before. So here I have before, so the verb which comes before should be in past perfect. So what I do is the students auxiliary had plus past participle of verb revised. So here I have past perfect, had revised, before. The other verb should be in a simple past, but this is an irregular verb. They took before they took the exams. So basically what you're supposed to do is just to look for the time phrases or the keywords, and then you conjugate the verb in the appropriate tense. So here for more clarification, why is it used? So again, to wrap up all what I have explained so far, we have a timeline. So it's what is past perfect? Let's have this example of Ali had repaired his car before he went fishing. So let's suppose he had repaired his car at 9 a.m. He went fishing at 11 a.m. Now it's 12 a.m. So here we want to talk about past perfect. It is used when we want to talk about two actions, okay, that happened in the past. Both of them happened in the past. Here we have had repaired and went. Both actions are in the past, but of course one happened earlier than the other one. So this is the past perfect. This is the simple past, which is near to the present, and this what happened first, this what happened second. So this is just a practice. For example, finish work, watch TV. After I had finished work, I watched TV. Before I watched TV, I had finished work. Good. So here we have eat breakfast, go to school. I'm sure you know what action happens first. Is eating breakfast, then going to school. So this should be in past perfect because it's the first action. Then the second action should be in simple past. Okay. So this is to conclude, those are the keywords that you should be keeping as rules. Okay? So, whenever you see before, by the time, or when, in a context, in a sentence, the action that should precede before should be in past perfect. In the action that should comes after before or by the time, it should be in simple past. And these are the same keywords for after, as soon as, and because. One more example to close this. For example, the footballers warm up. So to warm up is to be prepared for the game, before the match, to warm up. The footballers warm up. Or let's have the footballers start the game after they warm up well. So we have two actions. Of course, in the warm up well last weekend or last Sunday. So here we have past, and from this list I can see after, which is the keyword. So after, the action which is before after, it should be in simple past. So we have here started, simple past. Again here we have after. The verb should be in past perfect because this is the first action. Had warmed up. So had warmed up. So this is, of course, again, past perfect, or the structure of past perfect is had plus past participle, of course, for all subjects, pronouns, plural, singular, etc. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, thank you very much for following, and thanks for your attention. I would like to inform you that along with this video that you will be watching on a lot of pages, you will find a link including some exercises of the PowerPoint, from the PowerPoint. Thank you very much for your attention. See you in another class.